Unglaubliche Szenen am Ende von Final Countdown. Die 3 Blutsbrüder schlagen auf Chris Cole ein.
Was kann ich besser tun, als mit meinem Bruder, mein Tag-Team-Partner, gegen die Blutsbrüder in den Ring zu steigen? Wir brauchen auch noch einen Dritten an unserer Seite. Also dachte ich mir, hol ich mir noch einen guten Kumpel, der uns hilft.
Yo, Blutsbrüder, 2 on 3? What if I join? How do you like those odds?
Zum ersten Mal sehen wir dieses Duell. Auf der einen Seite ist das Alpha-Tier, The Lion King, Tarkan, Aslan. Sein Gegner, der Turm aus Syrien, der Star von 4 Blocks, George Khoukaz.
Und weiterhin der schlechteste Wrestler der German Wrestling Federation, Kevin Lazar.
Wie lange war das? 1 Minute? Ihr beide am 3.1. den Loser-Welt-Titel, hä? Aber...
Der heimliche Showstealer des Abends. 2 der größten Talente der europäischen Szene treffen aufeinander. Lucky Kid trifft auf den Prince of Scandal, Justin Wylde.
Wieder sichert sich Pascal Spalter mit unfairen Mitteln die Titelverteidigung.
Nein! Nein! Next time, you and me for the Berlin title.
You wanna have a match in January against me? It's a title versus mask match. We can also go no fucking disqualification, motherfucker.
Wer schafft den ersten Erfolg des Jahres 2020? GWF. Strike first, strike hard.
Hallo Berlin! Hier ist die German Wrestling Federation live im Catch-Saal Kreuzberg. Das Jahr hat gerade erst begonnen. Wir setzen heute schon den ersten Treffer. This is our first strike in 2020. Welcome to Strike First, Strike Hard! Das erste Match ist ein Tag Team Mystery Mayhem Umschlag-Match. Angesetzt auf einen Fall!
We are in the first 72 hours of 2020 here in Berlin. And tonight, at the dawn of a new decade, the stars of the German Wrestling Federation look to strike first, strike hard.
Mit einem Gesamtgewicht von 215 Kilogramm aus Hamburg, Michael Schenkenberg. Sein Tag-Team-Partner, der Tiger aus Berlin, Toni Harting. Zusammen sind sie die Muskel-Kater.
Former Tag Team Champions, die Muskel-Kater, on their way to the ring to start off the 2020s here in GWF. What a way to start. We now know that this match, this tag team match, will be a Mystery Mayhem qualification match. The winning tag team will get an envelope each.
Der Tiger aus Berlin, Toni Harting. Michael Schenkenberg aus Hamburg. Die Muskel-Kater.
Of course, each of those envelopes grants their holders a shot at a title that they will not know the identity of until that big night coming up this spring.
Ihre Gegner.
What an inauspicious way to start this show with these two goons.
Auf dem Weg zum Ring. Mit einem Gesamtgewicht von 180 Kilogramm und in Begleitung vom Original Flying Dragon, dem King of Hardcore Ali Aslan, Aytac Bahar, Abdul Kenan, Grup, Anarsi.
And if you want to know exactly where it is that Aytac Bahar and Abdul Kenan get their bad attitude from, look no further than their mentor. Ali Aslan has taught these two young men everything they know, bad habits and all. They are immensely talented wrestlers, but with an awful, awful attitude, as you are seeing, as they antagonize the crowd on their way in here.
Ali Aslan, Aytac Bahar, Abdul Kenan, Grup, Anarsi.
But regardless of what they are like personality-wise, this will be A very interesting tag team match. As I said, the Muskel-Kater, Toni Harting and Schenkenberg spent part of 2019 as tag team champions here in GWF. Grup Anarsi are considered to be among the top up-and-comers, not just in GWF, but across Europe. So this will be quite the test for Bahar and Kenan of exactly how far they have come in what was a very eventful past year for them. We are getting ready to get underway here. Dave Bradshaw at ringside to bring you all of the action from Strike First, Strike Hard tonight. It's going to be Abdul Kenan to start things out for Grup Anarsi. Looks like Schenkenberg for the Muskel-Kater. Bell rings, we are underway. The first action in this new decade here in GWF. And as I said, a high stakes contest. Not only in terms of bragging rights for this match, but of course those two envelopes awaiting the winners. And who knows, the envelopes they choose could grant them a tag team title opportunity in May this year at Mystery Mayhem. Schenkenberg gives a clean break. There could be a world title opportunity, a Berlin title match in there, even a loserweight title match. Those are the options among those 5 envelopes from which the winners of this opening match will choose. Another collar and elbow tie-up. Once again, Schenkenberg able to overpower Abdul Kenan. Kenan getting agitated and regrouping with his tag team partner. Abdul Kenan trying to hush the crowd there. I'm not sure what he was hoping that would achieve. Schenkenberg once again trying to overpower him, and there is a classic Grup Anarsi shortcut. Tug of the hair from Abdul Kenan when things weren't going his way. A poke to the eyes as well. No tactic is beneath Abdul Kenan and Aytac Bahar. Again, Kenan holds on to the hair. This time, Schenkenberg doesn't wait for the referee. Kenan with a couple of slaps across the face, and Schenkenberg gives a receipt with interest. Quick fire kicks from Kenan, but gets caught there by Schenkenberg. Kenan in a vulnerable spot. Clothesline attempt from Schenkenberg, and Kenan retreats once more to his corner. It's going to be Aytac Bahar now who tags in. And Bahar, in his characteristically charming scream, insisting on Toni Harting coming in there. He gets his way as well. Harting is indeed there. Aytac Bahar biting, come on, referee. Bahar got control of that left arm of Toni Harting. Knee right into the jaw. Aytac Bahar, he's vicious as Bahar. Swinging kicks from Harting. A hip toss takes Aytac Bahar down. Two bodies collide, neither man goes down. Bahar got the elbow up in the corner. Harting goes to the ropes, ducks a clothesline, and a big leaping clothesline from the Tiger as the Muskel-Kater take control. A fisherman suplex with the bridge. Great technical wrestling from Harting, and it's good for a 2 count. The Muskel-Kater cutting the ring in 2 here. Another tag, this time to Schenkenberg. Bahar sent into the corner. Schenkenberg launches in. Aytac Bahar with a Reversal of the Irish whip, leapfrog from Harting over his own partner, and then takes him down. The cover by Schenkenberg for another 2 count. And Ali Aslan, you've got to assume on the outside there, is getting increasingly concerned at his protege's inability to find a way into this. There's a sleeper hold now from Bahar. That is smart from Aytac Bahar. He's trying to wear down that powerhouse, Mikhail Schenkenberg. Schenkenberg struggling to stay in this. He's got that whole body weight of Bahar on his back, but Schenkenberg showing some strength to get back into his corner, where Toni Harting tags himself in. Bahar stays on the back of Schenkenberg, and that may not be the smartest place to be. He ends up getting planted, sandwiched, in fact, the cover from Harting, and another 2 count. All of the near falls in this opening tag team match so far have belonged to the Muskel-Kater. Schenkenberg now continuing to twist that left wrist of Bahar, who gets scooped up, spun around, and Schenkenberg finally will slam him down. Schenkenberg, I think, indicating that he's going to head up to the top turnbuckle. Well, there's Ali Aslan. Ali Aslan has finally had enough. He can't help himself sometimes, but from interfering and off the distraction you saw, Aytac Bahar was able to knock his opponent off that turnbuckle. Schenkenberg dragged back into the Grup Anarsi corner. Abdul Kenan now the legal man for Ali Aslan's crew. He'll go for his first cover of the match. He gets a 2 count. Here comes Bahar again. Kick right under the left arm of Schenkenberg, and you heard the expression of pain coming from the mouth of Schenkenberg. Another quick tag from Grup Anarsi. There's a snapmare takedown from Kenan, and the stereo kicks to Schenkenberg. Will that be enough? 2 count and a kick out from Schenkenberg. Schenkenberg has been in there a long time now. He's been taking a considerable amount of punishment. He's been trying to aim some shots at the kidneys of Bahar, trying to free himself from that front face lock. Caught up in the ropes, and Kenan again trying to distract the referee, and that's why, look at that, Ali Aslan choking out Schenkenberg. Utterly blatant and utterly disgraceful, as always, from Grup Anarsi. Kenan tagged back in. We're seeing a prolonged period of dominance now from Grup Anarsi. Once again, the Grup Anarsi strategy here seems to be to wear down Schenkenberg. Schenkenberg trying to battle his way free, again trying to get to the corner and to Toni Harting, but Kenan won't let him. There's a rear waist lock and then pulling him back by the leg. Another tag to Bahar, and you see Kenan holding onto that leg, preventing Schenkenberg from going anywhere near his partner. The big splash on the lower part of the back, and Schenkenberg kicks out again, but the amount of damage that is being done to Schenkenberg is stacking up here. Wrench of the leg, trying to take that knee out of its socket. This is what Abdul Kenan is trying to do to Mikhail Schenkenberg. Kick around the side of the head from Kenan. Now the cover, the lateral press by Kenan. Kick out again, didn't hook the leg. A little bit of inexperience maybe showing there from Kenan. Bahar tagged back in. They sweep away the legs. Good double team from Grup Anarsi. Referee will count the fall and another 2 count. It's been a match of 2 halves so far. This one, it was the Muskel-Kater who dominated in the opening few minutes, but they have barely been able to mount any kind of offense at all, thanks to this isolation of Schenkenberg in the past few minutes. Kenan will get the half crab. Look at him sitting back on that lower back. And with that lower back already damaged by the big splash from Bahar a few moments ago, and Harting's had enough. Toni Harting finally inserting himself into the match. And while Harting's inadvertently distracting the referee, there's the double Boston crab from Grup Anarsi. Finally, referee turns around, Bahar has to leave the ring. But again, more damage inflicted on that lower back. Kenan once more with his body weight down on top of the legs and the lower back of Schenkenberg, preventing him from making any progress towards Harting, or is he? Because Schenkenberg powers his way out. Aytac Bahar will come in and Bahar gets there in time again. That could be fatal. That could be fatal to the Muskel-Kater's chances. That seemed to me to be the opportunity that Schenkenberg needed. Well, it's a curry from Schenkenberg. Maybe this is the chance. Yes, it is. Here comes Toni Harting. Harting takes out both members of Grup Anarsi, ducks the clothesline from Bahar. Spinning kick from Toni Harting. Multiple slaps and a DDT on Abdul Kenan. Toni Harting is a house of fire here. Bahar got the boots up. An overhead belly to belly from Toni Harting. Has he shaken Bahar enough? No, he hasn't. And Aslan, I think, got involved again in ensuring that Aytac Bahar would be able to kick out there. Schenkenberg quickly tagged back in. Has he had enough time to recover here? Looking for that double team. Gonna drop him stomach first on the knees, but Abdul Kenan prevented that from happening. It's a 4-man brawl. The tag team rules have broken down. The Muskel-Kater colliding. Oh, wait a second though. Look at this from Harting and Schenkenberg. Tandem Boston crabs on Abdul Kenan and Aytac Bahar. Kenan pushes Harting into his own partner. Harting dispatched to the outside. Schenkenberg in trouble. Knee to the jaw. The German suplex. Bahar's a legal man. He'll go for the cover. That could be enough, but it's not. Schenkenberg kicks out and keeps the Muskel-Kater in the match. Aytac Bahar, though, signalling the end is near for Schenkenberg. Bahar got backed into the corner. Abdul Kenan trying to help his partner out. Toni Harting back in. Again, this one has become a brawl. All 4 men find themselves in the ring. Now the Muskel-Kater maybe going to try the double crucifix bombs, and they get him. Grup Anarsi bombed out of their shoes here. Schenkenberg tags in Harting. Can they capitalize enough to put away Grup Anarsi off those pair of power bombs? Goes Bahar clipping the knee of Harting. Harting was distracted by Aslan. Now, another double team from Grup Anarsi. Schenkenberg pulls the rope down. Bahar to the outside. Kenan looking for the double underhook. Schenkenberg will make the save. Now Schenkenberg doing the same. The Muskel-Kater said colliding into each other. Courtesy of Grup Anarsi. And now Schenkenberg in trouble. But curb stop from Grup Anarsi. Abdul Kenan goes for the cover and he gets it. Grup Anarsi victorious.
Und hier sind die Sieger. Aytac Bahar, Abdul Kenan, Grup Anarsi.
Grup Anarsi pull off what some will say is an upset against the Muskel-Kater. And as a result, you know what that means? Both Abdul Kenan and Aytac Bahar will get a Mystery Mayhem envelope each, giving them a mystery title opportunity at Mystery Mayhem later on this year. Aslan raising the arms of his protégés.
So, Grup Anarsi die Sieger und ich habe gesagt, es ist ein Mystery Mayhem Umschlagmatch. Das bedeutet, Abdul Kenan und Aytac Bahar haben jetzt jeweils die Chance auf einen dieser farbigen Umschläge. In jedem Umschlag befindet sich ein Titelkampf. Die Chance auf einen Championship der German Wrestling Federation. Also, entweder auf den Tag Team Championship, auf den Berlin Title oder den World Championship. Oder vielleicht auch den Loserweight Champion Titel. In jedem Umschlag ein Titel. Ihr habt die Wahl. Welcher Titel sich in euren Umschlägen befindet, das erfahren wir beim Mystery Mayhem im Mai. Abdul Kenan, Aytac Bahar.
Aslan slapping Bahar, who was about to choose his own envelope. I think Aslan is insisting that he'll do the honors.
Oder Ali Aslan.
He's chosen the purple envelope.
Lila für Aytac Bahar. Also, er mit dem lila Umschlag beim Mystery Mayhem im Mai dabei. Und jetzt Abdul Kenan. Der sucht aber selber aus. Oder auch nicht.
Aslan chooses the green envelope for Abdul Kenan.
Für Abdul Kenan. Diese beiden mit der Chance auf einen Titel beim Mystery Mayhem im Mai. Und die Sieger im Tag Team Match in Begleitung von Ali Aslan, Aytac Bahar, Abdul Kenan, Grup Anarsi.
Well, who knows what opportunities those envelopes contain. But for at least one of those two men, probably both of them, it will entail the biggest opportunities of their young careers so far. Aytac Bahar and Abdul Kenan, both now holders of Mystery Mayhem envelopes after Grup Anarsi were able to put away the Muskel-Kater tonight here at Strike First, Strike Hard. Abdul Kenan typically gracious in victory. As Ali Aslan leads his troops out of the arena. I guess the post-mortem to begin now for die Muskel-Kater.
Die Sieger und mit der Chance auf einen Titelkampf beim Mystery Mayhem, Aytac Bahar, Abdul Kenan, Grup Anarsi.
Schenkenberg looking more than a little bit frustrated that the Muskel-Kater couldn't get it done.
Es ist unglücklich gelaufen für die Muskel-Kater. Aber Applaus für den Tiger aus Berlin, Toni Harting und Michael Schenkenberg.
Toni Harting trying to tell his tag partner that, you know, it's not the end of the world and they will live to fight another day, but Schenkenberg looking...
Berlin, Applaus, die Muskel-Kater!
Very upset here. Did Muskel-Kater walk out with a loss in the first GWF match of this new decade?
Das nächste Match ist angesetzt auf einen Fall.
big singles match on the way here. And speaking of big, a man who towers over the opposition. The man from the most dangerous city in the world on his way to the ring.
Auf dem Weg zum Ring. Mit einem Gewicht von 110 Kilogramm. Er kommt aus der gefährlichsten Stadt der Welt, aus Aleppo in Syrien. Er ist der Star von 4 Blocks. Er ist George Khoukaz.
All the way from Aleppo in Syria, George Khoukaz, who is still getting over the disappointment of failing to win the Berlin title at Legacy in November, but he got back to winning ways by defeating the loserweight champion Kevin Lazar at Final Countdown last month. What a win it would be if Khoukaz could defeat the Lion King here at Strike First, Strike Hard.
Der Star von 4 Blocks aus Aleppo in Syrien, George Khoukaz.
Khoukaz has been threatening to break through to the main event scene here in GWF and elsewhere for a while now, and he's got a chance against a perennial main eventer, of course the former GWF World Champion.
Und sein Gegner. Zum Ring. Okay. Auf dem Weg zum Ring. Zum Ring! Auf dem... Ja. Im Ring! Mit einem Gewicht von 82 Kilogramm aus dem Großstadtdschungel von Berlin, das Alpha-Tier, The Lion King, Tarkan Aslan!
Well, our ring announcer Olaf learned a valuable lesson there. Do not announce the Lion King until the Lion King is ready to be announced. He is the king of this jungle and has been for a long while. The GWF faithful in Berlin with a deep affection for Tarkan Aslan. You can hear the majority of the crowd supporting the former GWF World Champion. Also a multiple-time former Berlin champion, tag team champion as well. Tarkan Aslan has done it all here in GWF. His most recent title reign was that world title reign that was cut short by John Bad Bones Klinger at Mystery Mayhem in 2019, the night that Blutsbrüder was formed. Blutsbrüder going to be in six-man tag team action a little later on against Cody Hall and the tag team champions, the Decent Society. Tarkan Aslan having a little bit of fun with the crowd. But he's going to have to use all of his experience, all of his guile to find a way to take down Khoukaz, who, as you'll see, is significantly taller than him, has that reach advantage, that leverage advantage. Aslan, we saw, was briefly reunited with his former tag team partner Lucky Kid on night 2 of Legacy this year, and again at Final Countdown in December. Khoukaz is having some words now with Aslan. There are some mind games going on here, and I'm not sure if George Khoukaz wants to engage in mind games. Such a cerebral competitor, such a master of psychology as Tarkan Aslan. Khoukaz, I think, is trying to make a point here about his significant height advantage. Yeah, Tarkan Aslan finally has lost patience. He's unloading with that right hand on Khoukaz. Khoukaz fires back finally with a knee right into the abdomen. Aslan ducks a clothesline, goes up. There's a Tilton Well head scissors takedown from Tarkan Aslan. Aslan gets the boot into the chest there of Khoukaz. Aslan a little too fast for Khoukaz. You see some of the eccentricity of Tarkan Aslan on display. There is a method to his madness, I promise you that. Aslan will head to the ropes here. It's a drop kick, low drop kick right to the side of the head of Khoukaz. I think that struck Khoukaz pretty hard. He's had to roll to the outside to regain his wherewithal. Here comes Tarkan Aslan. Aslan between the top and middle ropes, but Khoukaz saw him coming. That was a mistake from the Alpha tier. Khoukaz now ramming him back first to not one but 2 of those steel ring posts. So strong, so powerful is George Khoukaz. Is he taking him? Khoukaz just walking up the stage and then dumping Aslan unceremoniously on the floor of the stage. And don't doubt for a second that there was a message being sent there by George Khoukaz. Khoukaz happy to pose in the ring and issue the challenge to Tarkan Aslan to beat the 10 count. Aslan is going to do so. He gets back in and Khoukaz will immediately continue with the assault, putting the boot in to the head and midsection of Tarkan Aslan. Khoukaz will send Aslan into the corner. That back of Aslan has already suffered a lot of damage on those ring posts on the outside, now on the turnbuckles as well. Once again, big impact. Tarkan Aslan is finding out the hard way, firsthand, just how strong George Khoukaz is. Goodness me, I think the ring moved on that one. Khoukaz dragging Aslan back towards the center of the ring. Khoukaz taking a long time to make the cover, and for all of his dominance here, Khoukaz needs to make sure he doesn't get complacent, because Aslan, at a moment's notice, can fight back. You're seeing that here, and Khoukaz quickly cutting that off. A couple of clubbing strikes again across the back. Strategy of Khoukaz very clear. He's trying to take out that back, and again, the impact as he threw Aslan across the ring was mostly on the lower back. Khoukaz will go for the cover. He's got the right leg hooked. 2 count and a kick out by the former world champion. Khoukaz looks like he is enjoying this systematic takedown of Tarkan Aslan, standing on his fingers now. The ruthless edge to George Khoukaz being exposed. Khoukaz will pick Tarkan Aslan up, got him on his shoulders. Aslan wriggles his way through, but a powerful elbow from Khoukaz. Aslan trying to find a way to take the big man off his feet. Khoukaz is stumbling, but he's not going down off that clothesline. Counter of the Irish whip. Khoukaz runs in. Aslan gets the elbow up. Aslan now, second turnbuckle. Will this be enough? Yes, it will. The missile dropkick finally takes George Khoukaz off his feet. Tarkan Aslan feeding off the energy of the inhabitants of his jungle. Headbutt from Aslan. Aslan another one. Aslan will go to the ropes here, and Khoukaz took a knee right into the face. Is George Khoukaz unconscious? He might be. He's just about had enough to him to roll that right shoulder off the canvas and keep the match alive. But for all of that onslaught, particularly on the back of Tarkan Aslan, he has found a way to gain the upper hand, as so often he does. Aslan, top rope, Khoukaz laid out beneath him. Here comes Tarkan Aslan, double foot stomp, no one there, rolls through, and Khoukaz is first to the punch with that clothesline to take down Aslan. Khoukaz gets a face full of turnbuckle, rolls up. It's rolled up by Aslan. Aslan had his feet on the ropes. There's another one of those short clotheslines from George Khoukaz. Khoukaz drops the knee. Khoukaz will go for a cover and a kick out on 2. Aslan is finding himself in trouble again after a brief spell of being on top. The momentum has possibly decisively swung back towards George Khoukaz. Khoukaz is noting here and looking almost bemused that Tarkan Aslan doesn't seem to be able to stand up under his own weight. Khoukaz looking to put Tarkan Aslan out of his misery here, but Aslan has some fight left in him. Tarkan Aslan wriggling his way free. Oh, Aslan threw the referee onto the shoulders of Khoukaz. Confusion is reigning. And Aslan with the cutter. Aslan takes down Khoukaz. Tarkan Aslan gets the victory after outsmarting George Khoukaz.
Und hier ist der Sieger aus dem Großstadtdschungel von Berlin. Das Alpha-Tier, the Lion King, Tarkan Aslan.
isn't the biggest beast in this fight, but he is always the smartest. Tarkan Aslan finding a way to take down the giant George Khoukaz and pick up the win. Great way to start 2020 for the Alpha tier. The Lion King is the winner here. What will this new year, this new decade bring for Tarkan Aslan? Tarkan Aslan, your winner against George Khoukaz tonight in Berlin.
Der nächste Kampf ist angesetzt auf einen Fall. Und es geht um den German Wrestling Federation Loserweight Championship. Auf dem Weg zum Ring. Mit einem Gewicht von 81 Kilogramm. Aus Weiden in Bayern. Der amtierende German Wrestling Federation Loserweight Champion. Der schlechteste Wrestler der GWF. Der Auserwählte. Kevin Lazar.
Well, Kevin Lazar is a bully, there's no doubt about that. And it was one of the more satisfying moments of 2019 to see him get humiliated by the man he'd been targeting, Arash.
Und er wartet heute auf seine große Chance. Sein Gegner.
And becoming the loserweight champion, but unfortunately you'd have to say Lazar is the favorite against this man.
Mit einem Gewicht von 75 Kilogramm. Aus dem Shake-Zirkuszelt, wo auch immer es jetzt steht. Berlin, hier ist Slim Jim!
Slim Jim was a part of that match at Legacy where Lazar became the loserweight champion. He was the guest referee, in fact. He was also pretty amused when Lazar failed to shed that title against George Khoukaz last month at Final Countdown. So it's going to be Slim Jim, who seems relatively stable on his feet. Oh, well, maybe not. He is a man with an interesting diet, so let's put it that way, is Slim Jim, who, as I said, was laughing at Kevin Lazar after Lazar failed to win his loserweight title match against George Khoukaz.
Das ist der Titel, den keiner will. Offensichtlich. Der German Wrestling Federation Loserweight Championship.
Lazar with the cheap shot on Slim Jim to start this one out. If you are new to the loserweight title, the rules are simple. The holder of the title will be whoever loses this title match. And that person is officially the worst wrestler in the German Wrestling Federation. A title that currently belongs to Kevin Lazar, although perhaps not justifiably so, because for all of his unpleasantness, Kevin Lazar is actually a very talented wrestler. Slim Jim, though, I'm not sure he knows he did that. Took, well, head scissors from Slim Jim. Lazar seems as puzzled as anyone. It was the GWF Vice President Ibo Latino who set this match up after that altercation back in the locker room at Final Countdown. Lazar seemed more pleased with that decision than Slim Jim. Lazar clearly believes that he has every opportunity to win this match and get rid of that loserweight title here, but Slim Jim and the referee are having a bit of a game of pass the parcel with Lazar's leg. Lazar finally gets up with an uppercut. Lazar with the side suplex. The high angle goes for the cover with the right leg hooked. Slim Jim found a way to get that shoulder up at 2. I wonder if Slim Jim may be starting to regret his nutritional regime headed into this match. Trying to fight back from his knees is Slim Jim, but Kevin Lazar towering over him. Vicious athlete is Kevin Lazar. Will spend much of 2019 under the tutelage of Mikhail Kovac, carrying his bucket for him. Still brings that bucket to the ring. Does Lazar? There's a quick snap suplex, goes for the cover, and Slim Jim again gets the shoulder up, and so far has avoided walking out of Festsaal-Kreuzberg tonight with that loserweight title, but this match is still young. A short arm clothesline from Lazar. Lazar's confidence building, you can see it in his body language. Lazar believes that he will not have to hold that loserweight title after this evening. He's got that metal bucket in hand. Lazar, swing and a miss for Kevin Lazar. Might not be the worst thing for Lazar that he missed, because that could have been a disqualification, which would have seen him keep the title. Slim Jim got a hold of the arm of Lazar. I was about to say it's shades of The Undertaker, but I'm not sure if The Undertaker would appreciate that. Slim Jim balancing remarkably well, it has to be said, along that top rope. Clearly able to put one foot in front of the other. In case a police officer asks later, the double foot stomp to the back of the lower part of the back, and a kick out on 2 by Lazar. Maybe this hasn't been quite the walk in the park that Kevin Lazar had hoped it would be. Slim Jim again to the top. Slim Jim, drop kick with authority, sends Lazar halfway across the ring. This could be an upset for Lazar. Lazar gets that right foot on that bottom rope to just about stay in the match. I don't know if anyone thought that Slim Jim would do this well here. Slim Jim has done some real damage to the right leg of Lazar. Now picking up the loserweight champion is Slim Jim. Big chop across the chest from Slim Jim to Lazar. Lazar sent to the opposite corner. Slim Jim with a boot into the stomach of Lazar, now trying to set him up. Lazar in a helpless position. This could be hazardous for Kevin Lazar's future reproductive health. If Slim Jim got what he wanted, but he didn't, because Lazar got the boots up. And Lazar dropped Slim Jim hard on his back off of that fireman's carry, a kick out on 2. Somehow off that driver, Slim Jim still kicked out. Lazar can't quite believe that. Lazar thought that Slim Jim was knocked out for what probably wasn't the first time in his day today. Well, Slim Jim's got the nipples. Slim Jim twisting the nipples of Kevin Lazar. It's unorthodox, but if it works, I don't think Slim Jim minds. Referee's going to let it go. I tried to get that reverse DDT, but a handstand by Lazar to counter. Lazar again, fireman's carry. This time Slim Jim is battling his way out. Slim Jim knees into the side of the face of Lazar. Rolls him over, got him hooked up. Didn't have the shoulder down, I think is what the referee is saying. Lazar escaped. Slim Jim has done pretty well with his conditioning here, given what he was consuming before he came out. Lazar, though, drops him throat first over the top rope. Lazar now with the pump handle. Lazar, pump handle driver from Lazar. Hooks the leg of Slim Jim, and Lazar hands over the Loserweight title.
Und damit nicht mehr German Wrestling Federation Loserweight Champion aus Bayern, Kevin Lazar.
Lazar does what he promised to do. Slim Jim is the new Loserweight Champion. Luckily, he won't remember this tomorrow.
Ja, und da überreicht er sportlich fair seinen Titel an den neuen Loserweight Champion.
Oh, that is a shame.
An den neuesten, schlechtesten Mann der German Wrestling Federation. Aus dem Shake-Zirkuszelt. German Wrestling Federation Loserweight Champion, Slim Jim.
Slim Jim, the new Loserweight Champion. I was enjoying Kevin Lazar as Loserweight Champion. Oh, Slim Jim. Thank you to the referee for a good match. Slim Jim will walk out of here as the Loserweight Champion, and Kevin Lazar, unfortunately, has fulfilled his promise of causing Slim Jim to be known as the worst wrestler in the GWF.
German Wrestling Federation Loserweight Champion, Slim Jim. Sorry. Das nächste Match ist angesetzt auf einen Fall.
Fans have talked about this one as a possible show stealer tonight. One of the hottest young talents in Hungary to take on one of GWF's finest products.
Auf dem Weg zum Ring. Mit einem Gewicht von 87 Kilogramm aus Budapest in Ungarn, the Prince of Scandal, Justin Wylde.
Justin Wylde made his debut here in GWF last year at the Light Heavyweight World Cup. This year's version of that event, of course, coming up in March. And Wylde, the Prince of Scandal, has gone from strength to strength ever since.
Aus Budapest in Ungarn, the Prince of Scandal, Justin Wylde.
Justin Wylde, still just 20 years of age. One of the most talked about names as a potential breakthrough star on the independent scene worldwide in this new decade.
Und sein Gegner. Auf dem Weg zum Ring. Mit einem Gewicht von 86 Kilogramm aus Berlin, Lucky Kid!
Well, talking of breakthroughs, well, breakthrough year 2019 was for Lucky Kid. He's already been a big star here at GWF, of course, but he spread his wings and had big success all around the world last year, including victory in that 16-karat gold tournament for WXW.
Kid!
So Lucky Kid, still himself is in his mid-20s, is going to be the favorite here, presumably. certainly the more experienced of these two men. Bell rings, we are underway. Justin Wylde not looking too perturbed. Got that cocky swagger, does Justin Wylde. Lucky Kid for his part, so unpredictable. As I said, he is a product of the GWF system, is Lucky Kid. He's been wrestling since he was a very young man, but not even an adult, a young boy, really. Wylde, a cautious start against Lucky Kid. Kid has got the wrist lock. Swings him round. There's a headlock takedown from Lucky Kid. Head scissors, and both men separate again. Talked about that light heavyweight World Cup that's coming up in March. Before that, we've also got Global Warning coming up Saturday, February the 8th. Tickets for that available now, as they are for the light heavyweight World Cup. Tickets and merchandise for all of your favorite GWF events and GWF stars available at gwf-wrestling.com. Wylde has rolled to the outside. You can see he's wearing that shoulder support here as well. So Wylde, he hasn't talked about that injury, but perhaps he's not quite at full strength. Lucky Kid looking for that Lion's Gate. Rake to the eyes from Justin Wylde. Wylde, a neck breaker, in fact, dropping the back of the head of Lucky Kid across his knee. It's a 2 count. Wylde is taking it here to Lucky Kid. We saw Tarkan Aslan earlier. Lucky Kid, a former tag team partner of his. They were tag team champions together. Also a former Berlin champion is Lucky Kid. Now Wylde putting the boot in. Scooped up and slammed down by Lucky Kid. Kid will try and send Wylde to the ropes. Wylde with a counter into the back elbow, right in the face of Lucky Kid. Hooks the leg and gets a 2 count. Drops the elbow, does Wylde as well. Second time, right deep into the heart of Lucky Kid. A 3rd time for good measure. Wylde once again will try for the cover. Referee maybe a little slow into position. Wylde maybe with a little bit of justification on that occasion, criticizing the speed of the count, or at least the referee's speed in getting down there. Talked about all of the incredible live events coming up here in Berlin in the coming months. Of course, if you can't be here in person, you can always catch all of the action from every big GWF event on our on-demand service, wearegwf.com, including the Light Heavyweight World Cup and Global Warning and all of our big events this year. Lucky Kid could continue to be a huge part of those events. So talented is Lucky Kid, and he has added so much to his game. So many new weapons in his arsenal over this past year or so, where, as I said, he has competed worldwide. He has had considerable success globally on the independent wrestling scene. Lucky Kid with a clothesline, snapping the neck of Wylde backwards in that corner. Wylde ran into the hands of Lucky Kid, and Kid landing on top of him afterwards for good measure. Kid will go for the cover, got the lateral press, and shoulder goes up, but Lucky Kid will try and transition straight away into that Lion's Gate. Looking for the Lion's Gate Wylde is scrambling towards the bottom rope. Didn't get there, he's close to it, but Lucky is trying to cinch in that Lion's Gate. Just about got it in now. Wylde, you see, trying to remove those arms, the forearm of Lucky Kid from across his face. Wylde's got the shoulders of Lucky Kid down, and Lucky had to break the hold in order to stop himself being pinned. That was smart from Justin Wylde. Wylde will pick him up in this, the first time we have ever seen Lucky Kid and Justin Wylde one-on-one. Forearms to the face from Lucky Kid. Sweep of the leg though from Wylde. Wylde from the wheelbarrow position, Lucky on his feet but only briefly. Folds him up from the suplex, does Wylde, and Wylde gets a very, very close 2.5 count on Lucky Kid. Yeah, Wylde has brought his A game here. Got Lucky Kid up in the corner. Wylde continuing to assert his will here on Lucky Kid, perching him on the top turnbuckle. Wylde will join him up there, I think. See him moving Lucky Kid's legs to the outside of the turnbuckle, perhaps trying to set him up for a superplex. Lucky is fighting back with that chop across the chest, which sends Wylde away, but Wylde with a leaping double axe handle to put himself back into an advantageous position. Wylde is again trying to secure that superplex, again gets pushed away by Lucky Kid. Kid once more on the top turnbuckle, and this time the tenacity of Justin Wylde pays off. He got this superplex. Lucky Kid counters very quickly with a powerbomb. What a way to bounce back for Lucky Kid. Both men collide. Double cross bodies. This match has been quite something. Both men currently down. Referee has a count on. Referee's up to a count of 4. If neither man can answer the count of 10, this would be a draw. The superplex must have taken it out of Lucky Kid. The powerbomb must have taken it out of the Prince of Scandal, Justin Wylde. They are both finally getting to their feet. The match will continue. Wylde with the pair of right hands as a third one. Lucky Kid battling back with strikes of his own, lefts and rights from Lucky Kid. Lucky will go to the ropes. Lucky Kid, forearm. A discus forearm from Lucky Kid. Got him all tied up, and Justin Wylde only just found a way out of there in the nick of time. Lucky Kid gonna scoop him up. Big sit out body slam from Lucky Kid, goes for the cover again the kick out. Right arm pops up off the canvas simultaneously for Wylde. Wylde continuing to hang in there with Lucky Kid. Lucky with a run up from nowhere, boots go up from Wylde. Good reflexes from Justin Wylde. Wylde finds that Lucky Kid landed in a fortuitous position And Justin Wylde off the top with a double foot stomp. Lucky moved out of the way. Catches him, drops him on his back. Does Lucky Kid the cover again from Lucky Kid, and another kick out from Justin Wylde. Hell of a wrestling match here between these two. A Lucky Kid looking to end it. Wylde exhausted. Lucky will scoop him up. Wylde goes behind. Justin Wylde, DDT from that cradle position, and now Justin Wylde with another chance at the double foot stomp. This time nails it right into the abdomen of Lucky Kid. Justin Wylde could get it done here, but Lucky Kid kicks out with a tenth of a second, if that, to spare. Wylde, though, sensing that victory is within his grasp. Justin Wylde measuring Lucky Kid, maybe, I don't know if he was doing for a curb stomp or something there, Justin Wylde, but he got caught by Lucky. Lucky catches him inside cradle from Lucky Kid. Kick out again from Wylde. Kick around the side of the head. I think Lucky Kid's unconscious. Lucky may be unconscious here. Wylde will look for the goodbye kiss. The goodbye, no, counter. The counter, the block from Lucky Kid. Sweeps him away. Drop kick into that bad shoulder of Justin Wylde. Lucky Kid, oh no, hit the referee. Lucky got diverted by Wylde. Went heels first, an overhead kick into the face of the referee inadvertently. At least inadvertent on Lucky Kid's part. It may have been exactly what Justin Wylde was trying to achieve. Referee has been totally wiped out here. Wylde trying to take advantage of the distraction. Lucky got those fingers locked together, but he lost his balance. Shoulder first into the ring post. Wylde sends Lucky Kid. Still got no referee here. It is anarchy here in this match right now. A state of lawlessness without that referee to call the action. What is Wylde doing? I think Wylde is, well, hang on a second, that's Kevin Lazar's bucket. Lazar obviously left that out after that loserweight title match a few minutes ago. Wylde is going to look to exploit this situation. Wylde is, don't tell me he's going to hit Lucky Kid with that bucket. There's no need to take this shortcut, Justin. Blows the kiss to Lucky Kid. Kid ducked out of the way. The handspring back elbow from Lucky Kid. Lucky lining him up. Oh, he got caught though. And now Wylde's got the bucket. Wylde strikes him with the bucket. Wylde uses the bucket to strike Lucky Kid. Kid is unconscious. A referee's got it. Referee is there. No, did he? Referee goes for the cover. Referee, oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Justin Wylde.
Und hier ist der Sieger aus Budapest in Ungarn. The Prince of Scandal, Justin Wylde.
Justin Wylde steals a victory. And I do mean steals the victory from Lucky Kid after that cheap shot with the bucket. the Prince of Scandal has caused a scandal. And strike first, strike hard. Biggest win of that young man's GWF career so far, no doubt.
Der Sieger aus Ungarn. The Prince of Scandal. Justin Wylde.
Justin Wylde. Say what you like about how he got it done, but the history books will record that on his first match of this new decade, Justin Wylde defeated Lucky Kid here in Berlin.
Das nächste Match ist ein Mystery Mayhem Umschlagmatch. Angesetzt auf One Fall. Auf dem Weg zum Ring. Mit einem Gewicht von 90 Kilogramm aus Istanbul in der Türkei für Berlin. The Sultan of Wrestling, Kaplan!
He is from Istanbul. This is going to be a collision of two young bulls with a Mystery Mayhem envelope for the winner.
The Sultan of Wrestling, Kaplan!
What a powerhouse Kaplan is, former Berlin champion.
Und sein Gegner. Auf dem Weg zum Ring. Mit einem Gewicht von 90 Kilogramm aus Erfurt in Deutschland, Mr. No Bullshit, Marius Al-Ani!
Yeah, speaking of powerhouses, Marius Al-Ani. What a debut he has had here in the past few
Mr. No
months.
Bullshit, Marius Al-Ani!
Look at the stare down between these two. Al-Ani made his debut in GWF in the latter part of 2019. Kaplan's been around for a while longer than that. He was part of Grup Anarsi until midway through 2019. Finally saw the light in that regard and has been breaking out on his own. But a big win in a lumberjack match against his former mentor Ali Aslan on night one of Legacy, and of course a big tag team victory alongside Evil Jared, the Bloodhound gang, against Grup Anarsi the following night. So Kaplan's star very much on the rise. Marius Al-Ani deeply impressive as well. Only one of these two men can be the next to leave tonight with a Mystery Mayhem envelope guaranteeing them a mystery title opportunity this May, later on this year, and both of these guys are just at that point in their careers here. You get the impression that they would absolutely love to go for one of the top titles, whether it was the world title or for Kaplan another shot at the Berlin title, I'm sure would be appealing as well, as it would be for Al-Ani. Two colliding with each other. Both of them look like they are carved out of granite. Neither man budging an inch on these shoulder blocks. It's going to be a physical, intense showdown between these two. Big scoop slam from Al-Ani. Another one from Kaplan in return. Force with which these two are slamming each other is really something to behold as Kaplan goes to the ropes, attempted a kick from Alani. Alani transitions into a sweeper hold, but all of his body weight on the back of Kaplan. See Kaplan backing into that corner. It's going to force the break. Alani won't give a clean break, goes straight back in to the sleeper hold. Maybe this time. Again, doesn't give him long to recover as Alani scoops him up and slams Kaplan down. Picking up the pace now, there's a leapfrog from Kaplan. Kaplan with great agility to complement that strength. There's an arm drag from the Sultan of Wrestling. Big body slam as well. And Kaplan starting to gain the upper hand. Getting up ahead of steam here, and now he's going to try and ensure that Alani cannot do the same thing by wearing him down. Once again, they are in the corner, and Alani will... I thought he was going to have to go for the break. Instead, he transitioned out of the corner, clotheslines Kaplan to the canvas. Gets to the cover, didn't hook the leg, only gets a 1 count. Alani, to his credit, didn't give Kaplan any time to recover. He's gone straight back to that right arm now, just trying to control Kaplan. Kaplan having to battle to get back to a standing position, which he's done, but a snap suplex from Alani, who floats over. Marius Alani, another 1 count, and straight back into wearing down Kaplan. Big prize up for grabs for the winner here. One of those Mystery Mayhem envelopes. Kaplan showing some resilience. He obviously wants it just as much as Alani. I thought it was going to be a Russian leg sweep, but he rolled through, did Alani, and now stretching out Jem Kaplan. Variation of the abdominal stretch. You can see the entire right side of Kaplan. Real taut applied there, and now Alani with a snapmare. Drop kick into the back of the head. He'll go for the cover, gets all of his body weight down on those arms. Kaplan having to expend a lot of energy to kick out twice. Been a more methodical performance than we've seen from Alani, I think, here. Not relying entirely on his power game because he knows that Kaplan can match him there. Tries to scoop him up, in fact, but Kaplan got out of the way, and Kaplan with shoulder block. This time Alani does go down from a shoulder block. He'll go down from a second one as well. Will it be a trio of shoulder blocks for Jem Kaplan? Yes, it will. Clothesline attempt from Alani. Kaplan catches him. Sit out spine buster and kick out on 2 from Alani. Big crowd support here for Jem Kaplan, as you can hear. Things really have turned around for Jem Kaplan in terms of crowd support since he left Grup last year. Best career decision he ever made, I think, if you look at the success he's starting to have now that he is flying solo. Kaplan is trying for the superplex. It looks like a Kimura attempt from Alani in response, and now Alani finds himself on the top rope. Kaplan in a dangerous place in the middle of the ring. Kaplan saw it coming though, ran towards the turnbuckle to dodge Alani. I thought Alani was going to try and roll him up, instead a knee into the temple. Kaplan could be unconscious. Alani, all of that body weight down on the shoulders, and Kaplan kicked out, but again, more and more energy having to be expended by Jem Kaplan, and you cannot help but be impressed by the strategy of Alani and how it is playing out here. Alani looking for that ankle lock, that trademark ankle lock of his. Trying to twist at that ankle, force the submission from Kaplan. Alani in the end goes face first into that middle turnbuckle. Kaplan needs to get some blood flowing back into that leg that the ankle lock was applied onto. Alani, look at that. Great agility, but great balance from Kaplan to stay on his feet from that Hurricane Rana. Kaplan going to turn Alani upside down. Kaplan to the ropes and a drop kick into the abdomen of Alani from Kaplan. The cover now. Got that right leg hooked and Alani kicked out, but not particularly convincingly. Kaplan is onto something here. He is definitely wearing down Alani, who, as you can see, is blinking and shaking the cobwebs off. Kaplan needs to be careful. He doesn't want to give Alani too much time to recover. Kaplan will look, maybe looking for the Sultan smash. That's exactly what he's trying for, but Alani had it scouted. Kaplan lands behind. It's a belly-to-belly suplex from Kaplan. Holds on for a second one. Great strength. Great endurance as well from Kaplan. Kaplan to the ropes. Went for the discus. In the end, he ran into a drop kick from Alani. The cover from Marius Alani, and Mr. No BS was a half a second away from winning a Mystery Mayhem envelope. Alani looking, I think, for the power bomb. Gets it with authority as well. Folds up Kaplan for a 2 count. Shoulder goes up. Kaplan could have to submit here. An armbar attempt by Marius Alani. You can see that Kaplan has got that butcher's hook grip on his arm to stop it being hyperextended. Got the right foot onto the bottom rope and forced the break. Oh. Vicious from Alani. Kaplan moved out of the way and Kaplan will roll him up. Kaplan with the roll up for a 2 count. Kaplan, he's caught him this time. Kaplan, no, he hasn't. Alani escaping the Sultan smash for a second time, and now into the ankle lock. Ankle lock from Alani. And this time, because of that body position, Kaplan's going to find it much harder to edge towards the ropes. Alani switching to increase the pressure on that left ankle of Kaplan. Kaplan, can he reach that bottom rope? Or is Kaplan going to have to tap out here? Kaplan made it. Kaplan made it, but he's being dragged back. Now Alani goes for the elbow, no one there. A full Nelson, a seated full Nelson from Kaplan. And in the powerful arms of Kaplan, that could do real damage. That could knock you out. Marius Alani will do well not to pass out. And this full Nelson, counter, but a counter of the counter by Kaplan. Got the shoulders of Alani down from the deadlift position. What a suplex from Kaplan. The cover and a kick out. I don't think Kaplan had enough left after all of that power that took to lift Alani. There was no real emphasis behind that cover. Alani just about was able to escape, but Kaplan is first to his feet again. Kaplan in control. Point of the elbow into the side of the head of Alani 3 times now. Alani will look for the overhead throw, that big suplex. Kaplan though throws him to the ropes, put the head down too early, paid for it. Alani will look for the powerbomb a second time, gets it a second time. Will this time be enough? No, it won't, because Kaplan gets out again. This has been a war, a real war here for this Mystery Mayhem envelope. between Al-Ani and Kaplan. And the chant is about Marius Al-Ani breaking out as well. Fans here respecting the efforts of both of these men. Al-Ani just clubbing repeatedly at Kaplan in the corner. Kaplan had the energy completely wiped out of him by that flurry of offense from Al-Ani. Kaplan, a look of defiance in the face of Kaplan, but how long can he continue to defy strikes like that? Kaplan down to his knees, a third powerbomb perhaps from Al-Ani. The counter from Kaplan. Backdrop from Kaplan. This time he gets it with the discus elbow. And Kaplan scoops him up. This time, Sultan smash from Cem Kaplan. Kaplan with the cover, and Cem Kaplan wins a Mystery Mayhem envelope.
Und hier ist der Sieger aus Istanbul in der Türkei für Berlin, the Sultan of Wrestling, Cem Kaplan.
What a battle between Cem Kaplan and Marius Al-Ani, but it is Kaplan who is going to get that title opportunity with a hard-fought victory here at Strike First, Strike Hard. Big win. Big win for Cem Kaplan. Make no mistake about it. Kaplan, I'm not sure it's sunk in yet, but it will now as Olaf hands those envelopes to the referee.
Und auch das war ein Mystery Mayhem Umschlagmatch. Das bedeutet, herzlichen Glückwunsch, Cem Kaplan ist beim Mystery Mayhem auf jeden Fall dabei und er hat die Chance auf einen Champion-Titel. Und jetzt ist Glück gefragt. Umschlag mit der roten Farbe. Wir werden sehen beim Mystery Mayhem Loserweight Championship Match, Tag Team Championship, Berlin Championship oder World Championship. Herzlichen Glückwunsch, du bist dabei. Der Sieger in diesem Kampf, the Sultan of Wrestling, Cem Kaplan.
Well, how consequential will that decision be? Has Cem Kaplan picked the right envelope? Opportunity knocks for the Sultan of Wrestling as he heads towards Mystery Mayhem with an envelope in hand.
Das nächste Match ist angesetzt auf einen Fall.
Well, what a year Tim Stübing had in 2019. Let's see what kind of start he can get his new decade off to as he approaches the ring.
Auf dem Weg zum Ring mit einem Gewicht von 91 Kilogramm. In Begleitung von seinem Bruder Tom aus Hannover, the future of catch, Tim Stübing.
Tim and Tom Stübing here at Strike First, Strike Hard.
Aus Hannover, Tim Stübing.
Of course, Tim Stübing got his start when he was picked out of the crowd for a loserweight title match in 2019.
Auf dem Weg zum Ring. Aus El Centro de Espíritu Santo Domingo, Dominikanische Republik. Ramb'oo, Damballa.
An eerie, sinister, frankly terrifying figure Ramb'oo Damballa has become.
Aus El Espíritu Santo Domingo, Dominikanische Republik, Ramb'oo Damballa.
Ramb'oo, who who was initially working in tandem with Voodoo Queen Amara, but seems to have left her behind. Still has that bizarre, I guess it's a voodoo doll with him. A dangerous, dangerous human being is Ramb'oo Damballa. And my word, a mountain to climb here for young Tim Stübing. Referee calls for the bell, and both men charged at each other. That was only going to have one outcome. Ramb'oo sends Stübing into the corner, no one home as Stübing goes to the ropes, gets backdropped by Ramb'oo. Ramb'oo with a chop across the chest of Stübing. Second one. It's an odd calmness to Ramb'oo as he unloads with his offense. The shoulder block though from Stübing and a second one. Stübing will go to the ropes here. Tries to take Ramb'oo down and does so. The head scissors, drop kick will send Ramb'oo to the outside. Wow. Tim Stübing, by getting Ramb'oo off his feet and out of the ring, has done more than, no disrespect to Stübing, more than some of us thought he would be able to here, but he got caught here. Tilton well backbreaker by Ramb'oo. Clothesline, lariat that took off the head of Tim Stübing, and a kick out on two, but that may be prolonging the inevitable here. Tim's brother Tom looking on with concern, as well he should. Ramb'oo with a big slap across the chest of his younger opponent.
One, two, three.
Big slap again from Ramb'oo. Got him backed into the corner, but Stübing fighting back. Here comes Tim Stübing. Ramb'oo there with a single forearm smash to the face of Stübing. Almost knocked him unconscious, and that might do the job. Drops him hard with that suplex to cover by Ramb'oo. Kick out by Stübing, but Ramb'oo has the look of a predator who is just toying with his prey at the moment. Tim Stübing couldn't even get to his feet there. Ramb'oo treading on his head, for goodness sake. Referee needs to think about this, because I don't know if Tim Stübing is going to be able to defend himself after too much more of this. The senton splash crushing the ribs, and a kick out again by Stübing, who is tenacious, but Ramb'oo is once more just continuing the assault with an elbow across the neck. Stübing once more fighting back. Look at the fight in this young man. A poke to the eye and a big, big chop from Ramb'oo. Ramb'oo Damballa making a statement here. Finally, with Stübing in position, the end may be upcoming. Oh, went for the package power drive. There's a counter. The counter from Stübing. Stübing landed on his feet. I thought the end of the match was inevitable there, but maybe not. The DDT! DDT from Tim Stübing. I can't believe we're seeing this. Stübing onto the apron. Kick around the side of the head from Tim Stübing sends Ramb'oo Off into the middle of the ring, the crossbody off the springboard from Stübing for what would be a huge upset, but Ramb'oo kicked out on 2. Stay on him, Tim. Stübing's going to head to the top rope. After encouragement there from his brother Tom. Stübing could make global headlines here if he can knock off Ramb'oo from the top. Well, Ramb'oo was on his feet and charged into him with a boot to the face, a pop-up powerbomb from Ramb'oo. And the hopes of Tim Stübing in this one, I think, are over. Ramb'oo, big package pile driver, my word. What a pile driver. The cover by Ramb'oo, it is academic.
Und hier ist der Sieger aus El Centro Spirito Santo Domingo, Dominikanische Republik. Ramb'oo Damballa.
Ramb'oo Damballa continues to be unstoppable. Since this transformation that has taken over his soul in recent months. Remember, he's got that voodoo doll, and now hang on a second. Tom Stübing trying to check on his brother Ramb'oo. It looked like he was going back for more. Tom is standing up for his brother as he should. Not blinking is Tom Stübing. And Ramb'oo's got him. Ramb'oo, oh, don't do this to Tom Stübing as well, for goodness sake, the package pile driver. Both of the Stübing brothers wiped out by Ramb'oo Damballa. Leaving carnage in his wake.
Unschöne Szenen, trotzdem der Sieger in diesem Kampf aus der Dominikanischen Republik. Ramb'oo Damballa.
Scary, a scary, scary man.
Also, das war jetzt wirklich unnötige Härte schon im Kampf mit einem Gegner, der die Zukunft des Catchens und des Wrestlings in Deutschland ist. Und seinem Bruder Tom Stübing und The Future of Catch, Tiny Tim Stübing. Hoffentlich haben sie sich nichts getan. Alles Gute. So, also nochmal, alles gut. Ich hoffe, die beiden haben sich da nicht wirklich jetzt verletzt. Sah nicht so schön aus. Ramb'oo Damballa. So. Gefällt's euch im neuen Jahr? Ja? Dann kann ich jetzt schon mal sagen, es gibt auch schon Tickets für die nächste Veranstaltung und für die übernächste, glaube ich, auch. Aber die nächste, sage ich ganz kurz, weil das ist ja schon die nächste. Am 8. Februar hier im Catch-Saal Kreuzberg. Global Warning. Eine der Hauptveranstaltungen der German Wrestling Federation und dann mit dabei einer der besten Wrestler auf der Welt. Hier zum ersten Mal in Berlin. Bandido. Bandido am 8. Februar hier. Berlin, wer ist mit dabei? Wer kommt? Ja? Ja, hier, Sachsen traut sich nicht mehr. Das ist aber eine 6. Disziplin, mein Fräulein. So, jetzt müsst ihr das erste Mal bitte. Jetzt müsst ihr das. Bitte? Was hat er gesagt? Zieh dich aus? Ich habe leider die Hände voll, dann müsstest du das schon übernehmen. So, Berlin, bevor es jetzt hier unanständig wird, jetzt Gas geben, denn jetzt der erste Main Event des heutigen Abends. Seid ihr bereit für den ersten Hauptkampf? Das nächste Match ist ein Six-Man-Tag-Team-Match, angesetzt auf einen Fall!
Here come the GWF Tag Team Champions. How good does it sound to say that again?
Auf den Weg zu bringen mit einem Gesamtgewicht von 172 Kilogramm. Aus Berlin, Crazy Sexy Mike. Sein Tag-Team-Partner aus dem Libanon für Berlin, Ahmed Muhammad Ali Chair. Zusammen sind sie The Decent Society und amtierende German Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions.
One of the big surprises of Legacy Weekend, the brothers Crazy Sexy Mike and Ahmed Chair regaining tag team gold.
Die German Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, The Decent Society.
And what a tag team partner they are going to have in this showcase six-man tag team match. Ahmed Chair and Crazy Sexy Mike having some fun here. They are in for a hell of a battle in this match. It's a good job they have the partner they do.
Und ihr Tag Team Partner. Auf dem Weg zum Ring. Mit einem Gewicht von 125 Kilogramm aus Miami, Florida, USA, The Clay Kid, Cody Hall!
Second generation superstar, the son of the great Scott Hall, Cody Hall. An absolute man mountain, carving out quite the career in his own right. Exactly the reinforcements that the Decent Society need to take on Blutsbrüder here tonight in Berlin in the first 3 days of this new decade. Will it be a decade that Blutsbrüder continue to dominate?
Aus Miami, Florida, USA, The Clay Kid, Cody Hall!
Look at the size of that man, Cody Hall. And the tag team champions.
The Decent Society und Cody Hall!
What a trio this is.
Ihre Gegner.
They are up against, though, the most dominant trio in all of the German Wrestling Federation.
Auf dem Weg zum Ring. Mit einem Gesamtgewicht von 317 Kilogramm und in Begleitung von Rap-Superstar B-Tight aus Mexico City, Mexiko, Orlando Silva! Sein Tag-Team-Partner aus dem Kosovo, Mr. Uppercut, The Golden Boy, Erkan Sulcani. Und der dritte Mann im Team, der amtierende German Wrestling Federation World Champion aus Bad Bone City, Sean Bad Bones Klinger.
It is 8 months ago this week.
Zusammen sind sie die Blutsbrüder.
8 months ago this week, since Blutsbrüder was formed, and since John Bad Bones Klinger became the GWF World Champion. 2/3 of a year in which Blutsbrüder have crushed all who have come before them. The one exception to that, perhaps, is that on night 2 of Legacy, after Sulcani and Silver won the tag team titles on night 1, just 24 hours later, the Decent Society were able to take those belts from them.
Auf dem Weg zum Ring, aus dem Kosovo, Mr. Uppercut, the Golden Boy, Erkan Sulcani. Aus Mexico City, Mexiko, Orlando Silva. Und aus Bad Bone City, der German Wrestling Federation World Champion, Sean Bad Bones Klinger, die Blutsbrüder.
It irks Blutsbrüder. It annoys them, angers them to their core. The Decent Society took those tag titles from them. John Klinger is always among the principal antagonists here in GWF, particularly since he's had Blutsbrüder as his backup. But Crazy Sexy Mike and Ahmed Chair will not be fazed by that. They have been in this game a very long time. Cody Hall, still just 28 years of age, but of course, from a wrestling family, to say the least. He's, as I said, the son of Scott Hall, proud to be the son of a legend in this business. And it will be very interesting to see how Blutsbrüder can contain the threat that is posed to them by the Click Kid, Cody Hall, who I think is going to start things out for this trio of Cody and Decent Society. The only man in that ring who can compare to Cody Hall height-wise is Erkan Sulcani, but whether he will be the one who is chosen to start things out for Blutsbrüder, yet to be seen. May it be that Klinger is going to lead from the front here, I think, the GWF World Champion, to start things off. Bell rings, this 6-man tag team match underway, one fall to a finish between these 6 men. Cody Hall is very much the preferred of the 2 men in the ring, as you can hear. You can understand why Blutsbrüder have been nothing but horrendous in their tactics, their strategy to hold on to power here in GWF throughout these past 8 months. Maybe it is going to be Sulcani after all. A change in strategy for Blutsbrüder. Two enormous guys in there now. Sulcani pushing Cody Hall. May not be the smartest idea to anger this young man. Collar and elbow tie up, and Hall grabs a side headlock. He's going to get sent to the ropes by Sulcani. Double shoulder block. Both men colliding with each other. Neither man going down, much like we saw from Kaplan and Marius in the early going of their match earlier. Sulcani, another shoulder block. Getting in the face of Cody Hall. Hall will head to the ropes this time, and neither man going down. It's a test of their staying power that these two men are putting each other through. And finally, it is Sulcani who goes down. A big uppercut, though, from a man known as Mr. Uppercut. The so-called golden boy of Blutsbrüder is Erkan Sulcani. Plenty of gold early on in his career as Sulcani. Berlin title, tag team championships as well among them. Here comes John Klinger back in. It's going to be Klinger against Crazy Sexy Mike. Decent Society now two-time tag team champions. They were the second ever GWF tag team champions a few years ago. Spins it round as Klinger ducks a clothesline. Elbow from Crazy Sexy Mike. Klinger goes for the boot though. Gets caught by Mike and then poke to the eyes as Klinger smartly forces Mike back into the Blutsbrüder corner. Crazy Sexy Mike though, he's going to fight his way out of this. It's a backdrop from Klinger. Blutsbrüder with that strength in numbers, they attack as a pack. And here's two men with history. Ahmed Chair, Orlando Silva, formerly a tag team of their own. Before Orlando Silva had, I was going to say a change of heart, but maybe it was showing his true colors all along. No love lost between these two. Look at this between Ahmed Chair and Orlando Silva. Chair will send Silva to the ropes. Ahmed Chair with a Hurricane Rana. Boot to the shin from Orlando Silva. Ahmed Chair continuing to take the fight to his former tag team partner. There's a sweep of the legs from Ahmed Chair. Silva responds with a poke to the eye. Chair into the corner. Again, wrong part of town for Ahmed Chair. Caught there in that Blutsbrüder corner. Sulcani gonna swing Ahmed Chair around, the giant swing. Emphasis on the word giant when it's Erkan Sulcani, and the drop kick from Silva. Silva goes for the cover on his former best friend, who gets his right shoulder up to keep this match going. I've been describing, of course, Blutsbrüder as a trio, but that somewhat ignores the newest addition to their stable, the rapper B-Tight, who you saw accompanying them again this evening, holding the GWF World title belt on John Klinger's behalf when they came out here. Klinger trying to get under the skin of Cody Hall. As Ahmed Chair continuing to take a beating from Blutsbrüder. Klinger goes for the cover and gets a 2 count. Klinger sends Chair into the corner and now tags in Orlando Silva. Blutsbrüder in solid control of this one. Silva with strikes to Ahmed, whose bandana has come off amidst all that, and Silva in the corner, follows him in once, now twice, well, tried to follow him in twice from a clothesline. Second time, Ahmed Chair got the elbow up, then the cross body, and that may buy Ahmed Chair a little bit of time to make a much-needed tag. Chair to the corner and tags in Crazy Sexy Mike. Silva did not make the tag. We're going to see some action between these two now. Neck breaker from Crazy Sexy Mike. No love lost between these two either. These two have battled and feuded many, many times here in GWF of Orlando Silva and Crazy Sexy Mike. Mike will go for the cover and a left shoulder comes up. There would have been a time not that long ago when the majority of the crowd in this kind of scenario would have been behind Silva, not Mike, but times have changed with the advent of the Blutsbrüder era. Crazy Sexy Mike in some trouble. It's Erkan Sulcani back in now. Sulcani and Hall having a real back and forth. Real dislike developing between these two as the match goes on. Sulcani though has turned his attention back to Crazy Sexy Mike. Drops the knee across the face of one half of the tag team champions, does Sulcani. See the worried look on the face of Ahmed Chair. Rapid tags now from Blutsbrüder. It's John Klinger in there now. Suplex and the cover from Klinger. The world champion gets a 2 count. Klinger calls himself, with good reason, the most dangerous man in European wrestling. If that wasn't true before, and it may well have been, it certainly is true. Now he has the backup of Orlando Silva and Erkan Sulcani. Be tight, he goes for a cover again. Pretty tightly hooked the leg and got a 2.5 count. Here comes Orlando Silva. Blutsbrüder, you sense, are settling into a rhythm here in this 6-man tag team match in a way that the opposing team has not managed to do yet. Silva. Orlando Silva with some gamesmanship there. As he tags in Erkan Sulcani. Zani goes for the boot. Crazy Sexy Mike saw it coming and he grabbed Silva as well. He's got both men, take them both down, twisting the knees of Sulcani and Silva. Crazy Sexy Mike looking to make the tag. Cody Hall is desperate to be tagged in. And Cody Hall gets his wish. Here comes Hall, the big man. Takes out Klinger first of all. Silva. I think Silva's trying to escape from Cody Hall, can't do it. Slammed down, and now Hall will launch himself. Springboard off the knees into a senton splash. Goes Cody Hall, but Klinger and Sulcani. I'm not sure if any one member of Blutsbrüder can contain Cody Hall. Maybe 2 of them can, but maybe not. Hall nearly collided, or rather, excuse me, Klinger nearly collided with Sulcani. In the end, Klinger collides with the canvas, courtesy of Cody Hall. Hall with a right hand, it may have been a closed fist. Referee lets it go. Klinger gets spun around. Referee warning Hall about that fist, but Cody Hall may have knocked Klinger silly there. Double clothesline. Silva and Sulcani taken out. Hall brings in decent society. Crazy Sexy Mike. The kick through the ropes. Here comes Ahmed Chair over the top. And wipes out all 3 members of the Blutsbrüder team. An intimidating sight indeed. The tag team champions are cooking with gas now alongside Cody Hall. Right to the face go those forearms repeatedly. Do-si-do from the tag team champions. Sulcani having his face rearranged here. Cody's getting a piece of the action as well. Erkan Sulcani gonna have to go see his plastic surgeon tomorrow, I think. There's an uppercut from Cody Hall, my word. What a powerful uppercut from Cody Hall. Mike has John Klinger up there. Ahmed joining him, looking for a double superplex, I think, on the GWF World Champion. They nail it. Klinger is in trouble. John Klinger in trouble as Hall launches himself. That body press. Hall, cover, will that do it? No, it won't. The right shoulder of Klinger goes up and Blutsbrüder stay alive. The DDT, the wheelbarrow position. A decent society super kick. And Klinger though, Klinger with a launching with a missile drop kick 2/3 of the way across the ring. Here comes Cody Hall, my word. Discus lariat from Cody Hall. And Hall looking to put away the GWF World Champion. Hall gonna take a page from his dad's book here. Oh, the low blow from Klinger. Wraps him up, Klinger, and kick out by Hall. A kick out by Cody Hall. John Klinger's nefarious tactics do not get the job done for Blutsbrüder here. But Blutsbrüder, look at this. Blutsbrüder, they're looking for the triple team on Cody Hall. Hall having to battle his way out of what it's going to be in the context of this match, an execution from Blutsbrüder. Hall to the ropes. Hall double super kicked. Klinger drops Hall face first onto his knee. Klinger's going to look for that pile driver on Cody Hall. The big man's head bounces off the canvas. The world champion makes the cover and Blutsbrüder are the winners.
Und hier sind die Sieger. Aus dem Kosovo, Erkan Sulcani. Aus Mexiko, Orlando Silva. Aus Deutschland, John Bad Bones Klinger. Zusammen die Blutsbrüder!
New year, but same old story for Blutsbrüder, who continue their reign of terror. Say what you will about them, but that was impressive. For John Klinger to put away Cody Hall like that will make people, if they hadn't already, they will definitely sit up and take notice of what Klinger was able to do to Cody Hall here in Berlin. Big result for Blutsbrüder.
Die Sieger aus dem Kosovo, Erkan Sulcani. Aus Mexiko, Orlando Silva. Aus Bad Bones City, Deutschland, John Bad Bones Klinger. In Begleitung von B-Tight. Die Blutsbrüder.
B-Tight's becoming quite the cheerleader, isn't he, for Blutsbrüder? Holding that championship belt for John Bad Bones Klinger. Klinger's title reign was never under threat tonight, of course. Title wasn't on the line, but got to ask, how long into 2020 and possibly beyond will Klinger and Blutsbrüder hold on to that championship?
Bad Bones Klinger und Aytac, die Blutsbrüder.
Blutsbrüder, stand tall. Here at Strike First, Strike Hard. We have one match left for you tonight here in Berlin. And it is a match where the stakes could hardly be higher, particularly for Senza Volto. Volto, on 2 previous occasions, has been unable to defeat Pascal Spalter, losing the Berlin title to him and then failing to reclaim it. Spalter will give him one more opportunity in our main event. But if Senza Volto cannot get it done against Pascal Spalter tonight, then Senza Volto, the French sensation, must unmask. Blutsbrüder victorious here as we turn our attention to the Berlin title match.
Orlando Silva, Erkan Sulcani und schon Bad Bones Klinger, die Blutsbrüder.
He is one of the most exciting performers. Senza Volto arrives at Battlefield, but this may be his biggest challenge yet, the French sensation against the German heavyweight. That is what it is about, the prestigious Berlin title. Volto's in all kinds of trouble. There's the overhead belly to belly. Spalter, clothesline, nearly takes the head off. Spalter, second rope frog splash. Volto is going to look for the handspring, the back elbow caught, and that's a wrap. That's a wrap from Pascal Spalter, and we have a new Berlin champion. Goodness sake, that's a wrap a second time. But he's ripped the mask off as well. Pascal Spalter does not have a dignified bone in his body.
Applaus für den neuen Berlin Champion! Und damit alle sehen, wie hässlich du kleiner Drecksack bist, habe ich dir deine hässliche Maske abgenommen.
Nein! Nein! Nein!
Pascal Spalter escapes ridiculously with the Berlin title.
Pascal! You and me!
Spalter with the cover, and Spalter is still the Berlin champion.
You and me! It's not finished!
Back elbow and down goes Pascal Spalter. Another spit. What is wrong with you? German suplex. Overhead belly to belly. Spalter slam. That's got to do it. My God, Senza Volto found a way again to kick out. Senza Volto take it to the skies. Oh, he got caught. Spalter is ripping at that mask again. Powerbomb on the ring apron. Spalter again, a second one. A third apron powerbomb. He thinks this is over. Referee's on 9.5, and Senza Volto is in. Spalter can't believe it. Oh, Spalter, come on! Now, come on! Spalter gets himself disqualified when he could not find a way to keep Senza Volto down. Pascal Spalter will walk out of here still the champion.
I want you, Pascal. Next time, you and me.
You wanna have a match in January against me? It's a title versus mask match. We can also go no fucking disqualification, motherfucker.
If Senza Volto loses, he loses his mask. Strike first, strike hard. Senza Volto versus Pascal Spalter. Mask versus title.
Maske gegen Titel. Das nächste Match ist ein No Disqualification Title vs. Mask Match. Angesetzt auf einen Fall. Und es geht um den German Wrestling Federation Berlin Championship.
It was back in September that Senza Volto lost his treasured Berlin title. He is putting it all on the line tonight to regain it. French sensation looks ready, looks primed for the fight of his life. His very identity depends on victory in the main event of Strike First, Strike Hard. He has won the respect of fans, not just here in Berlin, but around the world with his performances. Here in GWF, he was a tag team champion briefly last year as well. But this feud with Pascal Spalter has eaten him alive.
Berlin, wir begrüßen in diesem Titelkampf den Herausforderer.
Pascal Spalter has haunted the fort of Senza Volto for these past 4 months, and it got worse at that rematch last month at Final Countdown. Perhaps it was inevitable that it would come down to this.
Und ich rufe in den Ring den German Wrestling Federation Berlin Champion.
He may well be the most despised Berlin champion we've ever had, but he's probably also the most successful. Now a 4-time Berlin champion, that 4th time, of course, at the expense of Senza Volto back at Battlefield. He has always been questionable in the tactics he uses to win, but he sunk to a new low, you'd have to say, in getting himself deliberately disqualified against Senza Volto at Final Countdown last month. Tonight, he will do no such thing because it is no disqualification. Mask versus title in our main event in a packed out Festsaal Kreuzberg. Tremendous atmosphere here for the first show of this new decade here in the German Wrestling Federation. And one way or another, this crowd are about to witness history. Will it be a new Berlin champion or the unmasking of Senza Volto?
Ich präsentiere Ihnen die Gegner, den Herausforderer zu meiner Linken, the challenger to my left, à ma gauche, s'il vous plaît, à ma gauche, den Champion zu meiner Rechten. Mit einem Gewicht von 86 Kilogramm. Aus Paris in Frankreich, la sensation française, Senza Volto! Sein Gegner zu meiner Rechten mit einem Gewicht von 136 Kilogramm. Der Held der Hauptstadt, Mann der Zeitgeschichte, Stern von Berlin, the German Heavyweight aus Berlin, der German Wrestling Federation Berlin Champion, bekannt aus dem Fernsehen, Berlin Tag und Nacht und RTL 2 und RTL. Federation Berlin Champion, please give a hand, Pascal Spalter!
Well, Pascal Spalter, a deeply arrogant man.
Das heißt Pascal Spalter! Pascal Spalter! Schnauze!
Determined to be announced in the way he thinks is appropriate is Pascal Spalter, but this crowd have about as much respect for him as he has for them, rather. He has been nothing but contemptuous not just of our fans here in GWF for a long time.
Das ist der Titel, um den es geht, der German Wrestling Federation Berlin Championship. Senza Voltos große Chance auf diesen Titel und gleichzeitig Pascal Spalters große Chance auf Senza Voltos Maske.
A final explanation for our live crowd from Olaf, our ring announcer. Just emphasizing once more what it is that is on the line here. It really is feast or famine for Senza Volto tonight. He either becomes a two-time Berlin champion or his life changes forever if he is forced to unmask. The bell rings. Next time it rings, one of those two things will have happened. Tense is not a word that does this situation justice. Obviously, Pascal Spalter, the bigger of the two men, the German heavyweight against the often high-flying French sensation. But don't expect this to be a normal match in either of those two senses. It won't be a heavyweight match. I doubt it will be an acrobatic match. It's going to be a fight between two men who have an utter disdain for each other. Remember, no disqualification. It is all legal. The advantage of that for Senza Volto, of course, is that there will be no repeat of that deliberate disqualification last month. Disadvantage, potentially, is that Pascal Spalter can do whatever he wants to this challenger, Senza Volto, for what is now his Berlin title. Pascal Spalter has been in possession of that championship since September. Of course, if you want to recap the previous two encounters these two have had, I recommend you go to our on-demand site, wearegwf.com, where you can see both of their previous battles. But spoiler alert, Pascal Spalter left both of those times with the Berlin title. Will it be third time lucky here? It has to be for Senza Volto. Took out Spalter with that Hurricane Rana on the outside. Volto shot to the chest, and these two could go anywhere in this arena. Remember, again, no disqualification. The normal rules of a wrestling match do not apply. The referee's job here really is to register the pin or submission, and that is, in a way, the extent of his job. The referee can plead with these guys to break illegal holds, to not use weapons, to do any of those things, but it is at the discretion of both champion and challenger here. Spalter was looking to suplex Senza Volto on that hard stage. Volto, you saw he clung onto the leg, and now fighting back is Senza Volto. Repeated chops from Volto, but just one of those strikes from Pascal Spalter, enough to send Volto down. Spalter finally gets the suplex, and Volto landed hard on his back there. Mission accomplished in terms of the damage that Pascal Spalter wanted to do to Senza Volto up on the stage. Spalter with a slap, a disrespectful slap across the face of Senza Volto. Spalter now. Where are they going? Well, Pascal Spalter and Senza Volta have brawled back to the backstage area. Behind that curtain. Now where are they? Our camera crew trying to catch up. They've emerged in a different part of the arena, right by the German commentary booth. Again, the disrespect from Pascal Spalter on full display as he tosses those plastic cups disdainfully at Senza Volta. They're over by the bar area now. Volta goes face first onto the bar. Again, it bears repeating, all of this is legal. Spalter looking for a drink. Spalter having a bit of refreshment, taking a time out here in the middle of administering this beating, and again, an attempt to humiliate Senza Volta, spitting that spray in his face. Spalter, the damage he's inflicting here is as much psychological as anything. Make no mistake about it, physically this is a very dangerous place to be. Lots of furniture that can be used as weapons. They are now back at the ringside area, thankfully. Volta sends Spalter face first. Buying a little bit of time. Volta knows he needs to get this in the ring. Maybe no disqualification, but if he's going to win the title, it has to happen within the squared circle. Spalter so much bigger, so much more powerful than Senza Volta. Every one of those strikes with that massive right arm rattling the frame of the French sensation. But now look at this. Members of the audience are moving out of the way to avoid the carnage that might be about to ensue here. Volta with the chops across the chest of Pascal Spalter. Volta has found a second wind. Spalter has dominated much of these last few minutes, but Volta is somehow finding his way back into this. Oh my. Spalter, the counter, and Spalter sends Volta into the chairs, for goodness sake. A human body tossed like a rag doll into those rows of chairs. We promised this would be unconventional. This is getting fully out of hand, out around the ring. Spalter getting in the face of the referee now as well. Spalter will pick up Volta. How much of Senza Volta is left after that collision with the chairs? That's the big question here at the moment. Now where are they going? Spalter unrelenting. Spalter's took Volta back into the crowd, but Volta on the balcony leaps and tries to take down Spalter. Again, our camera crew doing a heroic job trying to keep up with the action as it spills all around Festsaal-Kreuzberg in the heart of the German capital. Volta looking a little bit unsteady on his feet here as they make their way around. Big slap from Spalter. Spalter once more maintaining control of where this is headed. Geographically, it's headed up to the balcony, and therefore I think this is headed in a very dangerous direction. Spalter again rearranging the furniture, saying this is over. It was Spalter who suggested this no disqualification clause, and now you can see why, because Spalter obviously with every intention of doing some serious, possibly permanent damage to Senza Volto. He's got a steel chair. Has Spalter, the self-proclaimed star of Berlin, with weapon in hand. Aiming like a baseball player, swinging a bat, and he swings the chair, but Volto fights back. Senza Volto fighting back against the Berlin champion. Remember, Senza Volto's mask, the maintenance of his secret identity, utterly dependent on the result of this. If he loses this, Senza Volto has to unmask. Spalter got him up. Spalter's got him up, looking for a powerbomb. Volto battling his way free. Senza Volto is up on the balcony. Spalter in a dangerous position below Volto. What is he doing? What is Senza Volto planning here? Volto up on the balcony, and he takes out Pascal. Spalter. Daredevil antics from the French sensation. Senza Volto risking it all because he knows exactly what is on the line here. Spalter is back by the ringside area. Volto still another layer up. Volto coming back through the barrier there, leaping over onto the side of the ring. Spalter is back in the middle of the ring. Volto will climb to the top. Sends a Volto. Volto rolls through. Spalter in the corner. Avalanche caught him. Spalter catches Volto with the avalanche. And that could be big, big trouble for Senza Volto. He's got a cord, a power cord, some kind of a cable that he's wrapping around the throat of Senza Volto. Oh, it's a microphone, in fact. Again, no disqualification. Spalter, is he going to unmask Senza Volto right here? No, he's not. Kick out on 2 from Senza Volto. And fans of the French sensation around the world breathe a temporary sigh of relief. Volto, chop across the chest. Spalter with one twice as powerful, and now that move he calls the toilet seat. Another sign of disrespect, but it also puts tremendous pressure on the back of the opponent's neck, while allowing Pascal Spalter, quite honestly, to have a rest. We still don't know who's going to win this high-stakes Berlin title match, but whoever is Berlin champion will advance to global warning next month. Got the light heavyweight World Cup coming up in March as well. Big events coming up here in Berlin in 2020 as Pascal Spalter goes for a cover and a kick out on 2 again from Volto. If you want to join us for any of those events, keep an eye when tickets go on sale. You can also pick up all your GWF merchandise as well at gwf-wrestling.com. Spalter stalking now, sends a Volto. Another big clubbing strike. Those arms of Pascal Spalter are probably the size of Senza Volto's legs. Senza Volto is well put together for a man of his size, but Pascal Spalter so much bigger. It is a disadvantage that I don't think Senza Volto has been able to really overcome in any of these 3 matches now that these two have had. He's got to find a way in this third one, or there are massive, massive consequences. Spalter trying to preempt what those consequences might be. Take off the mask, and Volto responding by spitting in the face of the champion. Here comes Volto. Senza Volto once again battling to maintain that identity, that mask. Spalter catches him. Volto with a chop. Volto trying to chop and tear away at the Berlin champion. Spalter though will send him to the corner. Another avalanche, this time no one home. It's a good job there's no one home, because I don't know if Volto could have withstood another one of those. Instead though, he kicks Spalter around the head, sweeps the legs away. Sends a Volto, feeling the energy of this crowd. Volto may have looked for the code red, but in the end, couldn't get it done. Here's the handspring into the cutter. The cutter by Senza Volto isn't enough to become a 2-time Berlin champion. No, it's not. Pascal Spalter finds a way out. Both men down. Berlin title still on the line. The future of Senza Volto's mask still on the line. They have brawled all around the arena in this main event of Strike First, Strike Hard. Volto on his knees. Again, taking in the scene, realizing how much support he has from this crowd. Spit in the face from Pascal Spalter. Again, the disrespect these two men have for each other is beyond measure, but Senza Volto, oh God, oh my goodness, Volto got his head taken off. Volto got his head taken off, and he's gonna get his mask taken off. No, he isn't. Senza Volto, thank goodness, was able to kick out. Now what? Spalter got another steel chair, 2 chairs. Pascal Spalter looking to put an end to this 4-month rivalry between himself and Senza Volto, 2 men who could hardly be any more different. Spalter with more and more of those chairs. What's he doing? Pascal Spalter lining up 2 of those chairs. 4 of them all in a rectangle shape in the center of the ring. What kind of twisted thing has Pascal Spalter envisioned here? Spalter again still moving the furniture around. Voldo is, I think he's helpless. I'm not sure if Senza Voldo has anything left. If he does, whatever it is, it's going to be taken out by... Oh no, Spalter looking for that's a wrap. Spalter looking for that's a wrap on those chairs. That's what he was thinking of. He wanted to hit the that's a wrap. Oh, Spalter, oh my goodness, what a chair shot from Pascal Spalter. And it's going to mean the end, surely, for Senza Voldo kicked out. Senza Voldo kicked out. My Lord. How in the world? How on this earth did Senza Voldo kick out there? Spalter with the Berlin title belt. Spalter thinking, I assume if the chair shot didn't do it, maybe the belt shot will. Voldo ducks. Voldo super kick. The belt went into the face of Pascal Spalter. Voldo, code red on the chairs. The cover by Senza Voldo. Senza Voldo is a two-time Berlin champion.
Und neuer German Wrestling Federation Berlin Champion aus Paris in Frankreich. La sensation française, Senza Voldo.
Senza Voldo found a way on the third time of asking to get it done. He keeps his mask and he regains the Berlin title.
Berlin, ihr habt einen neuen Champion. Und er kommt aus Frankreich. Und er heißt Senza Voldo.
It is celebration time in Berlin as Senza Voldo's peers appreciate what he has just achieved.
Yes. Senza Voldo.
An incredible moment here in Festsaal-Kreuzberg for Senza Voldo and for the GWF fans who saw him regain the Berlin title. What a way to start the new decade here in GWF. David has beaten Goliath. Senza Voldo finally has defeated Pascal Spalter when it was all on the line. And Senza Voldo, the French sensation, is a two-time Berlin champion.